Smoke and Stark were twin brothers who had just returned from Chicago to their small hometown in Mississippi. Back in the day, they'd been local celebrities, and now they were waiting for a businessman to arrive, someone they planned to buy a lumber mill from and turn into a bar. Stark's girlfriend, Mary, was a light-skinned woman with African-American heritage, and Sammy, a young regular at the bar, was actually their nephew. Sammy had a natural gift for blues music, but his father, a strict pastor, believed that kind of music was evil. Eventually, Sammy ran away from home to join his uncles, chasing his dream of becoming a musician. The bar thrived, packed with people every night. One evening, as the sun was dipping low, a man suddenly dropped from the sky. His clothes were smoking as if he'd been burned. He walked toward a nearby house, glancing over his shoulder in panic, as though someone, or something, was hunting him. He banged on the door, and when the couple inside answered with guns in hand, he pleaded for shelter, claiming that Native Americans were after him. To sweeten the deal, he showed them several gold coins. The gold was too tempting, and the couple let him in. Not long after, a group of Native Americans arrived on horseback. One of them asked the woman if she'd seen a man matching his description, warning her that he was extremely dangerous. But the woman, now in possession of his gold, denied seeing anyone and ordered them to leave. The warrior glanced at the setting sun and said, When the woman returned to the room, she found the man sitting in a chair, blood smeared across his face, and her husband lying in a pool of it. The man claimed her husband was just resting, but moments later, her husband rose, his eyes glowing crimson.
Hey, baby.
That's when she realized the truth. The stranger was a vampire. Later that night, the vampire, Jack, and the couple appeared outside the Smoke Brothers bar. They offered gold and a live music performance in exchange for entry. But in this deeply segregated town, Smoke and Stark's bar had a firm rule: no white customers. Jack humbled himself, even playing an astonishingly soulful blues piece right there on the spot. Still, Smoke's instincts screamed that these three strangers had an agenda. He cut off Jack's performance and refused them, resting his hand on the revolver at his hip. Jack reluctantly backed away, but not before leaving an ominous invitation: if they changed their minds, they could always find him outside. Inside, Mary questioned Smoke's decision. She argued that if they were running a business, they shouldn't have so many restrictions. Not all white folks were racists. After a heated exchange, Mary decided to speak to the three herself. She had to admit, their musical talent was undeniable, and Jack was generous, offering her 2 gold coins just for a chance to enter. Her guard began to drop until she caught a fleeting, unnatural twist in Jack's face when he set down his guitar. Instantly, she drew her gun and ordered them to leave, never to return. But as she turned back toward the bar, Jack suddenly launched into the air. Mary returned, but something in her demeanor had shifted. Her eyes now glimmered with a dangerous allure, and she avoided mentioning what had happened outside. Instead, she teased Stark with suggestive words and touches until he couldn't resist. Following her into the next room, under dim light, they tangled in heated passion until Smoke, looking for his brother, burst through the door. What he saw froze him in place. Mary, straddling Stark, sinking her teeth into his flesh.